Now let's see how compressibility factor for nitrogen gas works at different temperature. Please understand, we already discussed what is Z. It's a compressibility factor. If Z is 1, it will be an ideal gas. If Z is less than 1, means it's a negative deviation. The gases can be easily compressed. And if Z is more than 1, it's a positive deviation, means gases cannot be compressed easily. So now let's see what happens for nitrogen gas when we are working at different temperature. Previously, and we saw at low pressure the gases were able to compressed. Here we are keeping pressure versus compressibility factor for nitrogen, but we are plotting it at different temperature. Let's see. We know this is an ideal gas. Condition where Z is 1. We observe that at low temperature they show negative deviation when pressure is low. But when we increase pressure, we saw there is positive deviation. Are you all getting it? Now let's see what exactly we are concluding from this. If you check for minus 70, minus 100, what do we observe? At a low temperature, they have more negative deviation. When you go to minus 25, there is still a negative deviation, but to the lesser extent. When you come to a very, very high temperature of 200 and 600, they will not show negative deviation. And when you are at 51, it's mostly touching ideal gas equation. So let's conclude one by one. In the given figure, we have a graph of compressibility factor with pressure at constant temperature but different temperatures. What do we observe? That the value of Z for low temperature, minus 100 we are doing, and we are going till 600. Please understand, we are working at different pressure, but we are also measuring effect of temperature, but we are keeping every time temperature constant and studying a graph. Such graph is called isothermal. All the isothermal at low pressure starts with Z1, means when the pressure is low, nitrogen is behaving as ideal gas. Okay. Now, the temperatures which are negative, we saw for them there is a negative deviation, and then they are going to positive deviation. All this thing started with Z is equal to 1. Initially they were behaving as ideal gas, but when you started increasing pressure, initially they show negative deviation and then they show positive. But when you increase temperature to 200 to 600, again initially they have Z1 when the pressure is very, very, very low, nearly 0. And it will have steady positive deviation. So what we conclude, the deviation decreases as temperature increases. Means what? At high temperature they have only positive, but at minus they initially have low, that is a negative deviation, and then it goes to positive. However, very, very, very important. However, in case of nitrogen, at 51, the value of Z is quite steady, means it's equal to 1 at least for pressure 0 to 100. So now let's go back to the graph and understand it carefully. Here you can check. You can see here. So till 100 at 51, it is behaving like an ideal gas, but then it started increasing. For very high temperature, there is no negative deviation, you can see. But for negative temperature, it's clearly shown. Lower the temperature, more is the negative deviation. So at low temperature, from negative it's going to positive. For high temperature, it's positive to higher positive. And when the temperature is 51, it's at least having Z value 1, means it's having no deviation till 100 atmosphere. Now you can ask what type of questions can be asked in exam. The question can be nitrogen gas when studied at constant temperature, the effect of pressure on compressibility factor. You have to say at low pressure, gases behaves as ideal gases, and at about 51 and all, they are behaving mostly like an ideal gas till 100 atmosphere. But if you go to a very low temperature, they have negative deviation, and if you go to very high temperature, still they will be having at least ideal behavior at low pressure, but then it shows positive deviation. Am I clear till here?